Hello guys and welcome back to this new video. Doctor Who starts on Sunday. It's Monday the 1st of October. Let's start Doctor Who Week.
I'm the Doctor. When people need help, I never refuse. What do we do?
Why are you asking her?
Because she's in charge, bro.
Says who?
Says us. Let's get a shift on.
It's Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
I'm just a traveller.
I was born for this, born for this.
Sometimes I see things need fixing. Do what I can.
I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious.
Chasing dreams, but I never slept.
Oops.
I feel
Alright, so here we go. Doctor Who Week is here. So this first day, Monday the 1st of October, I kind of just want to talk about the series as a general, what we know so far. As of me filming this video, if anything new's come out since, then maybe I'll add little cuts in and things of me from the future, adding it in, but if not, this is the video up to date as far as I am. So I'm going to be talking about the episodes, I'm going to be talking about cast, I'm going to be talking about what we know so far about Series 11 of Doctor Who. So let's start with episode 1, the 65-minute blockbuster episode that we now know is titled The Woman Who Fell to Earth, I think it's called. Yeah, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Sunday the 7th of October. I don't think we've got an air date yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be on at about 5:30 PM because Chris Chimble said in an interview a long time ago that he wanted it to be on a Sunday so that more people would watch it, but he also kind of wanted it to be an earlier time so that new audiences could watch it, younger people could watch it, but I feel like that make the show too childish, and I'm just hoping that they do things that are funny for the adults but and the older fans, but there so that little kids can enjoy it as well. Anyway, so the first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, is a 65-minute episode. It's the first of 10. We've got 10 episodes this series. We have 9 50-minute episodes, one 65-minute episode, and then in December we have the Christmas special. So the series is probably going to run every Sunday from Sunday the 7th of October till Sunday the 9th of December, and then 3 weeks later on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something you'll get the Christmas special probably on Christmas Day. We know there's going to be a Christmas special because we've already seen them filming, I think, and I personally think that the reason they shot the series, the Christmas special so early is because they want to start shooting series 12 late this year. So like when we're watching the series, they're working on series 12, trying to get series 12 ready, so that if either late December, late November, December, early January, they can go into production on series 12, and rather than getting series 12 in October next year, we could get it in September, maybe June, maybe for the summer where all the kids are out of school, you don't have to worry about going to bed early, which is probably the part of the reason why I think it's going to be aired at about 5:30. It's tea time, or dinner time, depending on where in the UK you live, or in America. For us, it'll be 5:30 PM. Everyone in the UK will be sitting down enjoying the dinner, stick the TV on and watch Doctor Who while you're eating your dinner. What's not to love? And then as soon as you've watched it, the little kiddies get ready for bed, the older ones like us come on YouTube and review the episode. YouTube will blow up, and I really think that the show's going to be really big. So that's the series overall, what we know. The characters, so we don't really know what like the guest actors are playing, and we know there are a few guest actors such as Lee Mack's supposed to be in it. In the trailer that we got for the series you could see Sean Dooley in the last shot, which he was a guest that we didn't know was in it. There's a few others as well that I can't actually remember. But we don't know their characters, but what we do know is the main cast. So of course we have Graham. Graham is going to be, I think it's Graham O'Brien. He's played by Bradley Walsh, who of course played Odd Bob the Clown in Sarah Jane Adventures. He's a fantastic actor, and I think he's going to be like the grandfather type of thing. And I think he's going to be very much like Wilfred Mott, and I feel like his relationship with the Doctor is going to be kind of how Wilfred was with Donna, or with, like, I think he's going to feel like her grandfather, and it'll be nice to have that little dynamic, I think. But he's a really funny man as well, a really funny actor, so I think he's going to do a great job. After that we have Mandip Gill. Mandip Gill, probably one of the best known for Hollyoaks, and she's been in some other stuff. She's playing Yasmin Khan. We know what occupation she's going to be doing from a leaked clip. I'm not going to spoil that for anyone that hasn't seen it. I want this video to be non-spoilerific, just basically what we know about the show so far that's generally out there. So anything that the BBC have announced, basically. Yeah, Yasmin Khan, we don't really know much about her. We know that she's, according to Mandip Gill, young and wants a little bit more out of life. And then of course we have Ryan Sinclair, played by Tosin Cole. I think that's how you say it. Seems like a really funny actor. You know, the dynamic between him and Mandip Gill, them two just seem to get along, and Jodie seems to enjoy working with them as well. And of course, last but not least, we have the Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, which is going to be phenomenal. A lot of people are saying the fandom's split. I think honestly, the fandom is split. Yes, I can't deny that the fandom is split, but I don't think it's a 50-50 split. I think it's very much a 3/4 split. I think there's just a quarter of the fandom that just doesn't like it, and I think that's a generational thing as well as a geography thing. I don't know. I think there's many things of reasons why people don't like Jodie as the Doctor. I personally love the fact she's the Doctor, and we'll talk a little bit about that on Saturday's day. On Saturday we'll talk a little bit about that. So that's what we know. As for the monsters, we don't know much about the monsters. There were some leaked photos. I'm not going to talk about them because, as I said, I don't want this video to be spoilerific. So there are no spoilers in this video. So we don't know anything about the monsters. What we do know is that there are no Cybermen, and no Daleks, no Weeping Angels, no Missy. That's what we know that Chris Chibnall has said. We know that's not going to be. And to be honest, my opinion on the fact that there's going to be no Cybermen or Daleks, I love it. I love the fact there's going to be no Cybermen or Daleks, because we've had Cybermen or Daleks. Because of the copyright law of Terry Nation, they have to use them in every series, but I think Chris Chibnall must have either the BBC or someone have reworked that, because he's not put them in this series. I mean, series 10 only had one Dalek, and the only reason that Dalek was there was because of that copyright. And I'm actually really glad that they're getting a break, because I feel like if we can give the Cybermen and we can give the Daleks just a break for maybe not one series, maybe a couple of series, it'll really allow them to bring back kind of the core of the Daleks, then to rejuvenate, and then when we do see them, it'll be the excitement that we should have got when we saw The Witch's Familiar and The Magician's Apprentice. There weren't really that excitement there. Like, it was a new series, fair enough, people were excited, but the story didn't really focus around the Daleks. It was more Davros, and I think it should have been like that. It should have focused on the Daleks trying to conquer the universe or something, in style like they always do. The Daleks are based on the Nazis. They should always be trying to take over the world and exterminate an entire race. You can't base an enemy on the Nazis and then not make them like it, not make them the core aspect of what the Nazis did by just twisting the story. But other than that, I'm so glad that the Daleks aren't going to be there. It'll allow them to bring them back with ultimate scare factor and make one hell of a Dalek story. I would look forward to see Chris Chibnall write for the Daleks. It'd be nice to see him write a Weeping Angel story. Maybe we get something a little bit like Blink, because let's be honest, there's only been 2 good Weeping Angel episodes. One of them was Blink, and that was his first one where he introduced him, and the other one was The Angels Take Manhattan, and that's only because Amy and Rory die, and it's one of the saddest episodes ever, in my opinion. So that's what we know about the cast, the monsters, etc. We don't know any of the monsters that are in this series, we don't know what any of the monsters are called. We've seen some leaked pictures, but as I said, not talking about them. So, writers. Okay, well, we know we had the BBC confirm all the writers that were going to be appearing this series. And the first one is Ed Hine. He's written, I'm not sure what he's written, I think he's written a few, like, he's not written Doctor Who, but I think he's definitely written like a few BBC programmes. I think he's a good writer. I don't really know much about him, but he's one of them. We have Vinay Patel, another writer. Not really, I don't really know anything about them. Just that they must be good enough to write for the series. Pete McTighe, I think it is. I have no idea who he is. Not got a clue, not read any of his work. I don't know. But like I said, writers Doctor Who, hopefully it'll be a good episode. It'd be nice to see some fresh writers rather than just seeing like Neil Gaiman, Mark Gatiss, Stephen Moffat, you know, all those generic ones that he kept using, and then when it comes to a different writer writing something, like Frank Cottrell Boyce is a fantastic writer, yet we've still got The Nightmare in the Forest. I feel like they forced him to make, I think he could have done a lot more with that episode, but he couldn't do what he wanted to, and I feel like it's been very watered down. But overall, he's a fantastic writer, so, you know. And of course then we've got Joy Wilkinson. I'm sure they are a fantastic writer. Again, writing Doctor Who again. You have to be a good writer to even get a role on, to even write Doctor Who. I'd love to write an episode of Doctor Who. It'd just be the right story, I suppose. And last but not least, we have Marilee Blackman, who I think she's famous for writing Noughts and Crosses, and a few other books and things. She's very big on the civil rights, political kind of actor. I think she's going to do a fantastic episode. I'm actually really looking forward to her episode because I have read some of her work and I know that she is a phenomenal writer, and her writing Doctor Who would be fantastic. It is believed she's the one that's written the 1950s America Rosa Parks episode, which if any of the writers are going to write it, it would be her. And I think that because she comes from that background of and has that ancestry, I really feel like she will write a true story of civil rights. And not only, and the reason why I think it's more likely to happen is because Chris Jimble said he wants the show to be educational like it used to. You know, if you think back to when William Hartnell first became the Doctor, we had this educational kind of malarkey where, you know, we got to see the Aztecs and we got Marco Polo, the stuff like that. I feel like that did work, whereas then they just kind of, with the reboot, they've only really done Victorian and they haven't really visited much time or space. It's been more Earth. Part of the reason where I enjoyed I think it was the Viking Saxon episode of series 9. I think that worked really well. I think that's it for the writers. I think that there's not else to say about the writers. Directors. We know that there is going to be Sally, I'm going to butcher this surname, Apariman or something. Don't really know anything that, I'm presuming it's a she, that they have, but again, not assuming gender. I don't actually know anything that they've directed. I'm not familiar with any of their work. But I'm sure they're going to do a fantastic job of directing the episode. We don't think Rachel Talalay is coming back. She hasn't said she is, or Talalay, whatever she's called. We don't think she's coming back, but it'd be nice to see her back for, I don't know. And next we have Jamie Childs. He's directing The Woman Who Fell to Earth. the first opening episode, which is 65 minutes long, as I've previously said. He also directed the 13th Doctor teaser reveal, and that was a very cinematic kind of the way he kind of moved the camera along the floor, the way he sort of showed her how close he got to her eye, and he's not afraid to get up and close to show emotion and things and tease stuff. So I definitely think he did a really good job of that. Then we have Jennifer Perrott, who has directed, she's currently directing Gentleman Jack. And from the footage I've seen of Gentleman Jack, looks fantastic. She's definitely going to do an absolutely really good job of directing Doctor Who, without a doubt. And finally we have Mark Tonderai, I think it is. Tonderai, I don't know how to pronounce the surname, I butchered it, but he's known for directing episodes of Gotham, Black Lightning, Lucifer, Jolly and Happy, and Running Around Corridors, and then Matt Smith's even happier and happier. And I honestly think that Pete Capaldi then sort of got a bit gloomy, but at the end of the day of the Doctor and things, you could understand why he was getting a bit gloomier. It wasn't like he was suddenly, his personality had completely changed, but each Doctor has carried over the different traits. And Jodie is going to have all the traits of the previous incarnations within her, so the core principles of the Doctor have not changed. She's just going to bring something else to the line so that whoever replaces her takes on her core things that she'll bring to it as well. And I think she's going to be a very cheerful, young, exciting Doctor that maybe always feels like she's in a bubble and things. And just the way that in the Glass Ceiling trailer, as I was previously talking about, when it shatters, she just goes, oops. Like, it doesn't matter, it's just a complete accident. I love the way she says it, and she's going to be a fantastic Doctor. So that's it for everything we know about Doctor Who Series 11 so far. If there is anything more that I've missed, hit it downstairs in the comments, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss a single video this week, because this is Doctor Who Week on the Doctor 11th. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been the Doctor 11th. Goodbye for now, guys. Goodbye.